Hey Precalculus, I just wanted to give you guys a hint on Group Work 2, Section 4.4, especially since some of you guys didn't really get started on this back page, and I do want you to work on it tonight for homework. So in this situation, we have Johnny, who's starting saving at age 20. Every year, he puts $2,000 into a personal retirement savings account called an IRA. He gets 7% interest on this per year. After 10 years, he gives up on this whole retirement thing and just leaves the money there. He doesn't do anything else. And what we want to know is how much will he have when he's 67 years old. So this situation is based on the idea that you're putting $2,000 in each month. So the first, or each year, sorry. The first year, you've got $2,000. You multiply by 1.07. Oh, by the way, for this, if it doesn't say continuously, you need to use the formula A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Okay. Where in this situation, our R is 0.07. Our N is 1. And then this N is 1. And this T is 1 because we're just doing it for 1 year right now. So 0.07 divided by 1 is where I got the 0.07. And then when I add it to 1, that's why it's 1.07. And if I'm just doing this for 1 year, it's just raised to the first power. So this would tell me how much he had in his account at the end of the first year. 2,000 times 1.07 gives me 2140. This is year 1. Okay. Year 2, he has this much money from before, plus another $2,000, and this amount of money gains 7% interest for that year while it's sitting in the account. So instead of being just $2,000, now he's got $4,140 that's earning interest for him. And at the end of year 2, he earns $4,429.80. Okay. And then year 3, the same thing happens. He has the money from the year before, plus his $2,000 that he's adding, times his interest rate, right? And that's going to get him for year 3. Now he does this for 10 years, so you're going to have to find Y4, Y5, Y6, Y7, Y8, Y9, Y10. And then after the 10th year, then whatever that amount of money is, that's just like his lump sum. And he's leaving that in the bank account for, what, I think 37 years? Because from age 20 to 67 is 47. 10 of that he spent doing this garbage, and then 37 years he's going to just like leave it in an account. So then you're going to say A equals whatever that number is for your P times 1.07. Now though, instead of being to the first year, you're going to take it to the 37th because that's the number of years that he does it for. Okay. So a little help with number 1. And then Jenny on number 2 does a little bit different. She waits to start putting her $2,000 in, and then she has to do it every year until she turns 67. So here, you're going to do the same thing that you're doing in number 1, but I think for a few more years. Now, if you're clever, there are ways to use your calculator to help you out, to make this a little less repetitive. You could use Microsoft Excel. I would only recommend doing these things, though, if you are pretty savvy with your calculator or Excel. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be easier for you to write it out and just like kind of do it the long way, even though the long way is going to be shorter than trying to learn something on your calculator. And then for number 3, you're just going to figure out like basically who had more money, which way is better. Alright, I hope that helps you get started on this back page if you didn't get started in class, and I will see you guys tomorrow.